Hey guys, welcome to my twice custom merch unboxing experience. I was originally going to do this video as a surprise mystery unboxing, but then I realized that was kind of dumb, and this video would be a lot more helpful and a lot more findable if I gave people at least some idea of what I was doing. So hopefully that's reflected in the title. Also, I was saving this for the end of the Twice-tober project, but who knows when that'll be. And time's a bit of an issue. We have a concert with real live dates and everything coming up. So just in case any of you guys wanted to copy, borrow, or steal this idea in time for the concerts, I figured I'd better shake a leg. So we all know that idols promote anywhere and everywhere, and one of the places that counts as anywhere is sporting events, and in this case, particularly baseball games. You've probably already run into bits and pieces of Twice's baseball game promotions. I don't know how the business arrangement works. I don't know if JYP artists appear exclusively with the LG Twins, or if the LG Twins are just really good about getting the press exposure for those appearances. But Itzy's been there a couple of times. Twice has been there a whole bunch of times. And other artists as well. My primary interests are Twice and Itzy, but if you've wandered in here from another fandom, hello, 반갑습니다. It's easy enough to find out who or where your favorite idols have been working with. You can just do a search for their name and then KBO or baseball or first pitch. Any of those should set you in the right direction. Here are a few others I found with very little effort. Here's an Irene and Solgi. Here's a Somi wearing a Darth Vader version of the Twins jersey. I'm not real sure what's going on here. Darth Vader seems to be trying to force choke her while she pitches. Apparently it worked out okay though, so that's good. So at the beginning of the pandemic, Korea was taking COVID seriously, whereas we were not so much. So they got to start their baseball season on time, whereas we did not so much. So to fill the programming gaps from no Major League Baseball, some of the US networks were actually broadcasting KBO League games, sometimes live, sometimes taped, which was interesting. And I was able to catch a few games, just accidentally ran into them, which was kind of cool. I'm a recovered baseball fan. I haven't paid any serious attention to it in a long, long time. But I was just as, if not more, interested in watching from the K-culture perspective. I hadn't taken any Korean classes yet, but I did have a basic grasp of Hangul, and so I was keeping the ear out for how the American announcers were doing with the Korean players' names. By and large, pretty well. I was impressed. They had done their homework, or their research teams had. So that was fun. There are two more KBO League teams in Seoul, and then two others not far outside of Seoul. I would be very surprised if idols weren't making regular appearances at all of those parks. As I said, from what I can tell, the Twins seem to be a very popular team, and I think their PR game is just on point. So for idol promotions at the ballpark, they'll come out at the beginning of the game, they give a short speech of encouragement to the home team, then one member will throw out the ceremonial first pitch, while another member does a ceremonial first swing. If the group is currently in promotions, or if they're a younger group and they want the exposure, they'll typically do a live stage at some point between innings. And then the rest of the game, they get to go hang out and eat snacks and watch the game. And through all of this, they're wearing custom jerseys with their names on them and their favorite numbers on the back. This is their official registered favorite number. All idols, when they're getting ready to debut, will fill out their idol profile that their prospective fans can memorize and learn about them. And one of the requirements of that is your favorite number and some sort of reasoning or justification behind that choice as your favorite number. This is a mandatory assignment, so some of the idols' choices make more sense than others. Momo chose 64 because that was her father's jersey number when he played football, which is very sweet. Jihyo's favorite number is 21 because her birthday is February 1st. She also says the 2 and the 1 represent twice and once, which is a very clever explanation for a freak coincidence. Really seems like her birthday is doing the heavy lifting on that one. Jungyeon's explanation for her favorite number is she didn't have one, so she chose 0 because she's a wise ass and she's putting the whole damn system on trial, which is great. It's very funny to see her down on the field with a big 0 on her back, and she's just like, so what? What are you gonna do about it? It's very her. You can look up the rest of the members' explanations on your own if you haven't heard them before. Other idols too. They do pop up from time to time, particularly on costume sets if they're doing like a sports concept. We saw them very recently with the Feels. There's the roller disco cheerleader costume set. They all had their favorite numbers on there somewhere. Also, Season's Greetings 2020 was a rugby theme, so they're there too. And lots of other places. You'll see them once you know to look for them. So between the baseball stuff and the favorite number stuff, I thought it might be a fun idea to get my own custom Jihyo jersey, which someday I could wear at a concert. I did not expect that to be happening this soon. I was hoping maybe this summer, but anyway, when they announced the tour dates, I was like, well, I already know what I'm wearing, so that's one less thing to worry about. So I have here a box. This is a box with a, smushed corner. When I saw this box in my package bin with its side caved in, I was a little irked. And then I saw where it was from and figured out what was in it. I was like, oh, good. I'm glad this is here. Kind of nice ordering clothing from overseas. You do not have to worry about bent corners or smushed slipcases. So I'm going to try not to slice through my new jersey. So since I was already paying for the shipping anyway, I did order a couple other things as well. Knock those out real fast. So first thing I have, as I said, I was watching the KBO League games in early 2020, and one of the teams that I saw the most and enjoyed watching was the NC Soft Dinos. So I decided to get a Dinos jersey. This is not a custom jersey. This is just a cheaper souvenir jersey. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to keep it. I may put it on eBay to sell to someone in North Carolina who likes dinosaurs or baseball or both. But so that was fun. Next up, we have a pair of Twins caps. I know it's not a Twice logo tee, but it is a T logo that Twice has worn. So whether it's T for Twins, T for Twice, T for Toad Cola, or T for my not internet name, which also starts with T, I got a lot of time for a good T cap. So those are fun. Now, it's kind of exciting, you guys. I have a Twins jersey. I'm gonna unwrap. I'll show you, obviously, on video, but I will probably take pictures of it and put those up because those will look better. So you will notice it is black. I did not get the home jersey. I figured it was more appropriate for me to have an away jersey. Checking spelling. Looks good. Okay. So this is a Twins jersey. Here we go. Special limited Park Jihyo 21 edition. Yeah. All right. Well, so that's pretty cool. Okay. Well, I am still pretty grumpy about the ticket sales, but I'm also very excited to wear my jersey to the concerts. So I guess that wraps up the unboxing. If you want to stick around for extra innings, I'll give you some tips on how to order your own bias baseball jersey. Everybody else, please like and subscribe. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So the KBO's official storefront is kbomarket.com. Not sponsored, by the way. They do have an English version of the site. It's pretty new. They only added it in the summer of 2020 in response to an increase in orders from America, because when we see something on TV, we are obligated to buy it. Those are just the rules. So the English version translates a lot of things, but not everything. Google Translate should take you the rest of the way, and hopefully my tips here can speed you up too. So since they noticed an increase in orders from US baseball fans, I'm kind of hoping they'll notice if they start getting a lot more custom orders from abroad with very recognizable idol names on them. And then either put more resources into the translation of their website, maybe into different languages, that would be great, or increase the range of customizable products. They tend to have 3 levels of the jerseys. They have like the basic jersey with no customization. They have a mid-range jersey where you can get like semi-custom. You pick from a drop-down list of like players that are actually on their team, which makes sense. And so you get their name and their number. And then there's the fancy top of the line jersey, which you could get with no customization, the semi-custom with players, or the full custom with whatever you want on there. And when I was ordering at the end of the summer, the stock was kind of spotty. At first I thought it was because the season was almost over. Later I decided it's much more likely a COVID thing. They didn't have any 2021 customizable jerseys left. I thought that was because I was late, but they did still have 2020 jerseys. So I think they just had so much of an overstock of the 2020s because COVID obviously impacted attendance that year too. They probably made way fewer 2021s. So you might have to dig around a little bit to find something that you like, that is in stock in your size, and is fully customizable. You could always try reaching out to them if they have something that you could get that only has the semi-custom version. Maybe they'll do a custom order for you and let you do the full customization on what's supposed to just be a semi-custom jersey. You never know. It's worth a try. You can also ask when they expect to have the 2022 stuff coming in. If that's available in January and they can turn it around fast enough and express ship it to you, you could still have it in hand for the February concert dates. Again, never hurts to ask, and it never hurts to let them know that we're out here and interested. So this is the Korean version of their website right there. This is the English version. You got your teams right here. They all got a drop down. We'll go to the Twins, select uniform. And so like I said, they didn't even have 2021 versions available when I was shopping for them. These are the 2020s. That's the one I got. I would have preferred to get a gray away version, but they didn't have that size available since those were from 2019 and earlier. But let's click on that. So here's the jersey. First thing you do is you select your size. There's a conversion chart down at the bottom. Then these are your customization options. This is the first semi-custom with all their players. These are iron-on letters and numbers. This is the second semi-custom with their players. These are the embroidered patches. And then this is right here. This says free embroider marking. They don't mean free price wise. They mean free do what you want wise. But that's the one you want. So you select that. You get the jersey. You got the customization option both in your cart. You move on and check out and all that. When you're checking out in the comment section, that's where you add your details for how you want your jersey customized. And I'll cover that in just a sec. They also have a graphic with a bunch of different, bullet points, frequently asked questions, something like that, about the custom jerseys. So let me pull that up for you guys. This is a screenshot of a Google translation of an image that they have on the Korean side of the website, but not on the English side, or at least not on all of the products. But it has a lot of useful information on it. So the first thing I'll point out up at the top, they want you to allow 2 weeks for the embroidery marking. Of course, our concern would be more the shipping time from overseas. If you are concerned about the timeline and getting it in time for the February concert dates in the US, just reach out to them first and ask what their turnaround time is like and what the shipping time is like and if there are other shipping options. When I ordered mine, I, again, didn't have a specific concert in mind. I just ordered it and it would show up whenever, so I wasn't worried about it. So then the next thing we look at down here at the bottom, they have the directions for how to list your customization option with both a good example and a bad example. So they want you to list the team, the product, the size, then the number you want, and then the name you want. The first three are most important if you've got multiple jerseys in the same order. Otherwise, I think they've got it figured out. But it never hurts to enter things correctly to keep things moving smoothly. The last two, obviously, you want to double check, triple check, quadruple check. Because once they've customized the jersey the way you told them to, you're paying for it and there's no returning it. Right above that, actually, they do mention some of the guidelines. So you're allowed to use up to 4 Korean characters or 7 Roman characters, and the number can only go as high as 2 digits. So none of that should be a problem for most idol bias jersey projects. I just mentioned that because they do, and just in case you were thinking of doing something differently. Like if you were going to use an idol's name in English, for example. Jonghyun and Chaeyoung would be out of luck as far as the 7 characters go. And Miss Minatozaki would be limited to her first name. So those are some of the highlights. I hope some of that saves you guys some legwork if this is something you're interested in pursuing. And yeah, let's call it there. Okay. Thanks for sticking around for extra innings. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.